What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video. And Virgil van Dijk has confirmed to Liverpool that he wants to sign a new contract with the club and he's very excited to be the Liverpool captain and to lead this new Liverpool 2.0 under Arne Slot. Arne Slot of course does not want to lose his captain, the Dutch defender who has a year left on his current deal at Anfield, and another news outlet is reporting that Virgil van Dijk wants to stay and he has reportedly given Liverpool his final decision on a new contract. So we will explore this and many other latest news around Liverpool's transfer activity or the lack of transfer activity, that what Liverpool are planning to do in the transfer market. You will get all the details in this video. So if you enjoy these, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the latest updates around Liverpool FC. Of course, Van Dijk has just 1 year and Liverpool will offer him a new contract. As soon as he's back from holiday, he will sit down with the club to discuss a new contract. And Virgil van Dijk, according to Graham Bailey, has made his decision that he wants to stay, he wants to extend his contract, and he already has made it clear to Liverpool chief executives, even though he is on holiday right now. Liverpool will now look to tie Van Dijk down with a contract extension before December, because remember, Trent, Salah and Van Dijk, unless they sign new contracts from January the 1st, they are free to negotiate with any foreign club outside of England for a pre-contract agreement for next summer. Van Dijk has been heavily linked with a move to the Saudi Pro League, but Arne Slot has made it clear to the Liverpool hierarchy that he wants Van Dijk to stay this summer. And by the way, Arne Slot wants Trent and Salah also to stay, and the newspaper is reporting that Van Dijk has not talked with any club other than Liverpool this summer, even though there has been interest from Saudi clubs in Van Dijk. Staying at Liverpool next season remains Van Dijk's top option above anything else. And why would he want to leave? He is still pretty much almost at the peak of his powers, at the peak of his career. He's still a world-class centre-back. He had an absolutely brilliant season, and Liverpool are looking very exciting under new manager Arne Slot, and we are aiming to challenge for trophies and titles. I think it's pretty clear that Liverpool will sign a defensive midfielder and another player, either a centre-back or a winger, or maybe even both if we can find the right deals on the market, because Richard Hughes and Arne Slot both confirmed that Liverpool are working on bringing in transfers. We just need to be patient and see what the club can secure as new transfers, because the transfer window is still open for more than one more month. So don't panic guys, Liverpool will make transfers. Arne Slot himself confirmed that Liverpool are working on making transfers, and it will be a huge surprise if Liverpool don't sign anyone. And Liverpool think that it's vital to retain Van Dijk and his talents and his services, and Liverpool of course don't want to lose him, even though he's 33 years old now, so he will be 34 next summer. Liverpool still think that he still has a good few years in him, and I think extending Salah and Van Dijk's contract maybe by 1 or 2 years, so giving them a small contract extension, I think makes more sense. Don't give them a 4-year new contract, because that's very risky from Liverpool's point of view, but giving him a 1 or 2 year extension makes sense, because we can evaluate our position as Liverpool Football Club, and the players can re-evaluate their position after every season basically, to see whether they want to stay or whether they want to move on. And if they want to move on, then Liverpool can sell them with 1 year left on their contract. So yeah, I would even be happy if Liverpool just extended Van Dijk's contract by 1 more year, because then next summer we can have this same conversation. And if Van Dijk doesn't have a greatest of seasons, you know, maybe it's time for him to move on, or if he wants a new challenge. Same with Salah. The situation with Trent is a little bit different, but we will talk about that more later. And it's absolutely vital and huge and very important for Arne Slot not to lose 3 of his key players. I mean, Van Dijk, Salah and Trent, you could argue they are probably 3 of the best 5 players at Liverpool, and it's absolutely vital that the new manager gets backing from the club, not just in terms of transfers, but also in terms of retaining 3 of their best players, 3 of Liverpool's best players. Van Dijk staying on on at Liverpool also gives the club extra time to source a good long-term replacement. Because right now we have, Van Dijk, Gomez, Konate, Kwanzaa as our 4 centre-back options, plus Sepp van den Berg. It's still open whether he will stay or go. If he gets a £20 million offer, or if Liverpool gets a £20 million offer for Sepp van den Berg, they might be able to sell him. But right now, there is a chance that Sepp van den Berg will stay because he has impressed in pre-season. And if we get a few injuries during the season, that Sepp van den Berg will get to play quite a lot of minutes, quite a lot of football. And Chris Bascombe, who is also a very reliable Liverpool-based journalist, he's reporting in the Telegraph that Van Dijk and Salah can expect FSG's policy to be consistent with regards to players in their 30s, which usually means short-term extensions with incentivized clauses rather than the previous record-breaking deals. So Van Dijk might not get a huge contract extension. Instead, he will get a huge wage rise with the contract extension. Instead, he will get maybe a small wage rise or similar wages, but bonuses incentivized by how many minutes he plays, how many trophies Liverpool win, and Salah could be a similar scenario. This cautious approach highlights a significant shift from, huge long-term commitments to more measured performance-based contracts. And I think Liverpool having a data analysis team and a very analytical approach to the transfer market also highlights that they will be using this in contract negotiations as well. Michael Edwards is a key figure in these contract negotiations, and he's known for his shrewd business decisions during his previous tenure at Liverpool, and he has a history of making tough calls, not renewing the contracts of Gini Wijnaldum, and also selling Jordan Henderson and Fabinho when some people still thought that they are good enough for Liverpool, especially Fabinho. I think all 3 of those decisions were proven to be the right decisions in the end. And it's clear that Liverpool are preparing for a future where it will be very critical how efficient Liverpool are financially with their signings, with their contracts. And it will take precedence over nostalgic contract renewals. Probably giving Jordan Henderson a new long-term contract back in the day under Jurgen Klopp was criticized by a lot of people, especially the length of the contract. Of course, people wanted Jordan Henderson to extend because he was a great player back then. But maybe giving him a 3 or 4 year contract extension, I don't exactly remember how many, but it was a long contract at 29-30. Maybe that's where Liverpool went a little bit wrong and maybe they regret that. Bascombe points out that the indications are that all parties are biding their time. Salah and Van Dijk are aware that they remain absolutely fundamental to Liverpool's plans this season, and there are more financial benefits from leaving on a bossman transfer. Both Van Dijk and Salah have continued to perform at a high level last season, and Salah led the team in goals and assists, and Van Dijk has been an absolutely commanding presence at the back. But Liverpool is right to be cautious because the intense physical demands of Liverpool's playing style and the Premier League, plus the natural decline associated with aging, getting older in footballers, that could affect their long-term contributions. The club must weigh these factors against the players' current performance levels and their potential market value if they decide to leave. The crucial part is when Van Dijk or Salah or Trent decides to leave Liverpool, they need to have 1 year left on their contracts. That's why signing them to even a short 1 year contract extension would be really, really beneficial and really important. Of course, the players are well within their rights to want good money, but the club Liverpool FC don't want to be paying £300,000 per week to a player on the decline. That's why we didn't give Gini Wijnaldum a big new contract, because he wanted close to £300,000 per week. He got it at PSG, but his decline was pretty swift, and now he's playing in the Saudi Pro League. Even though he was in the Netherlands Euro squad, he's not on the same level as he was previously at Liverpool, and he started picking up injuries as well. He was hardly ever injured at Liverpool. Similar story with Sadio Mane, with Bobby Firmino as well. Of course, we Liverpool fans are emotional. Liverpool are one of the most emotional and one of the most romantic football clubs in terms of the history, the stories around the club, the famous comebacks, and I could go on and on and on. So we don't just look at football from a purely data analysis and analytical and financially, sound, financially accurate picture, we love Van Dijk, we love Salah, we don't want them to leave. But there will come a point where we have to part ways with these kind of players, but it will not be this summer. I think we are very confident in saying that, or we can safely say that if Salah or Van Dijk or Trent leaves Liverpool on a free transfer, that will be bitterly disappointing and a very tough pill to swallow, bitter pill to swallow, as they say. The harsh reality of football economics, however, often requires making hard decisions. The club must continue to evolve, finding new talents, making smart financial decisions to ensure long-term interest. And Saudi clubs are interested in Salah and Van Dijk. Trent is the target of Real Madrid, but the latest reports suggest that Trent is leaning towards staying at Liverpool and signing a bumper new deal. The Telegraph is reporting that Van Dijk and Salah, due to their age, Salah is 32, Van Dijk is 33, Liverpool will not offer them massive wages or long-term contracts, but Liverpool will plan to begin negotiations over short-term deals which are heavily incentivized through bonuses. And I think Van Dijk will accept that. He is very open about wanting to sign a new contract, so even a one-year contract extension with maybe the same wage but big incentivized bonuses will make Van Dijk happy. On the other hand, Salah, I'm not so sure, because Salah already has hugely bigger wages available to him if he goes to Saudi Arabia. But I think Salah indicated so far that he's very happy at Liverpool, and maybe if Salah gets a similar wage but bonuses, maybe he will reject it and leave on a free transfer, which would be very hurtful, and it would be very tough for Liverpool to take, because we could lose out on 50 to 100 million pounds if Salah leaves on a free transfer. And out of these two players, Salah looks the more likely to leave Liverpool. The forward was the subject of a huge 100 plus 50 million pound bid from Al Ittihad last summer, and Al Ittihad remain desperate to sign Salah, but they are waiting for the player to decide if he wants to leave Liverpool before making another move. So far, the fact that these clubs didn't offer Salah a big contract and they didn't bid for Liverpool for Salah means that Salah hasn't signaled to them that he wants to leave, which is really good news, and hopefully Salah will sign a new contract. And Paul Merson also said that Liverpool have an absolutely phenomenal player in Virgil van Dijk, and it would be a big blow if Liverpool lost Van Dijk and they would suffer without him. He said, it would be a big loss, end of discussion. He's a Rolls Royce of a defender, Van Dijk, phenomenal defender. They would have got beat by Turkey if he wasn't playing the Netherlands. I thought he was outstanding that day. He was up against it, the lad playing against him was a handful, and Van Dijk is a Rolls Royce of a defender. If he left, it's like Arsenal. If Arsenal lost Saliba, who I would probably say was the defender of the tournament, in my opinion, I thought he was amazing, I would say that Arsenal would have no chance in the title race. And I fully agree. I think it's absolutely massively important for Liverpool to sign Van Dijk onto a new contract, and hopefully the talks will begin as soon as Van Dijk gets back from his holiday, and hopefully the talks will begin with Salah and Trent, and I think it would be as big as Liverpool signing a player if they announced a contract extension to all three of these players. But yeah, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. And it looks like that a lot of outgoing business from Liverpool transfer point of view will be decided after the American tour is over, mainly down to the fact that Liverpool don't have the numbers without the youth academy and young players available to complete this tour. Prior to traveling to the US, the majority of the youth players all have multiple clubs chasing them. The big decisions will be made by Liverpool management, as they will not want to significantly reduce numbers, especially with the new Champions League format. It's down to them to filter players out depending on what they see as options for sufficient game time. So Liverpool have to absolutely nail, who they send out on loan, who they keep, because every young player that they keep, they need to give them some playing time in the League Cup, on the fringes of the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League. It's very important that Liverpool give these young players playing time. And Arne Slot revealed that he had open and honest relationship and a conversation with, Sepp van den Berg. And Sepp van den Berg said, it was nice to speak directly and be open on both sides. I will show myself in the games and training, and we will hopefully be honest, and then we will see what happens. So Arne Slot, that's why he wanted time to review these players. How can he make a decision whether Sepp van den Berg needs to stay at Liverpool, be loaned out again, be sold, unless he sees him in action, not just in training, but in some preseason game. You absolutely have to watch these players in action to make a really, really informed, well-educated decision on their future. Arne Slot said, it doesn't matter if he's Dutch or I'm Dutch, if I'm not good enough, I won't play. Sorry, that's what Sepp van den Berg said. I just have to prove myself and show myself so I can do it. I'm still a Liverpool player, I enjoy it here. Really, it's a new era under new coach. I really like the style of play. For me, it's about game time. I'm getting it at the minute. For me, the most important thing is playing. If I can do it here, there is no better place to be here is my dream. So yeah, that's the problem with Sepp van den Berg. If he doesn't get promised game time during the season, he will want to leave, and that's perfectly normal for a young player like him who is 22. At 22 years old, you don't want to sit on the bench, you want to play, even if it's a lower level than Liverpool, and I completely get that. So let's see how the preseason goes, and let's see what will happen with Sepp van den Berg. But Liverpool will make some transfers, don't get too worried about that. I'm really excited for the rest of the preseason. Thanks for watching, guys, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.